All right, so today what we're going to do is we are going to work on the iPad. So you are going to need your stylus and you're going to need your iPad. So open up your iPad and you always need to log into your Google Classroom. So you want to click there and you will do this every single day. So you will log into your Google Classroom. That's going to include your username, and at depeer.k12.wi.us and your passcode. And then at the end of class, you're going to want to make sure to log out your Google Classroom. And the way that is done is by coming up here. If you don't see this little circle up here, you hit this little tab here. And you're going to touch the circle and it's going to say manage your account. Oop, wrong thing. I need to be in We account. Okay, so once again, sorry about that. You need to click on the little window here and come down at the bottom and it says manage accounts on this device. So you're going to tap there and then you're going to click remove. And then that will remove you from the account. Okay, so here's what we're going to do first. The first thing we need to do is we need to go to our photos area. That's the pretty rainbow flower looking icon. So we need to open that up. You need to go to your dog picture, tap on it, and then there is a share icon up here at the top. You're going to tap there, and you're going to share it to Procreate. And it's going to send it to. And over here are the layers at the top. I'm going to tap there, and I can see this is my first layer. So what I want to do is I want to make it almost invisible. So I'm going to tap on the N on the blue bar here, and then on the opacity, I'm going to lower the opacity to just where I can barely see it, to about the middle right there. Okay, and then I'm going to tap the plus sign right here to add another layer, and that's going to be my drawing layer. That's the one I'm going to do the actual drawing. My next step is I need to choose a brush. So up here is the little paintbrush. I'm going to tap there, and a list of brushes are going to come up. We're going to want to go to calligraphy, monoline. And then over here on the left side, this is where we adjust the size of the brush. We're going to want the size of the brush to be about 20. So if I hover over here, I can go to about 20, come down, keep going until I see about 20% is about how large I want it. And then the opacity, this decides whether the brush is see-through or not. We want it to be at 100%. Okay, so you just want to make sure that's at 100%. Now, the other thing we need to do is that when we're drawing, and this is how you can increase and decrease the size of your picture. When we're drawing, we want to make sure that we go off the page. Let me see, I'm trying to adjust my light here so that you can see this better. Okay, I may have to. Well, let's see how it looks when I start drawing. Okay, you can see it. All right, so we need to make sure that everything is closed. Now, to undo this, I use 2 fingers to undo. If I need to redo it, I use 3 fingers. Okay, so I'm going to undo this because I messed up. So I'm going to draw my sun. I'm going to trace over. And to make it a perfect circle, I'm going to keep my pencil down and just let it do its thing, and then take another finger and touch the screen, and it makes a perfect circle. Then I'm going to continue to draw. And when I get back here, I want to make sure that it touches, because if it doesn't touch, and I held down too long, but if it doesn't touch, then when I go to drop color into it, it's going to spread over the whole page. So now what I'm going to do is, like here on the side, I'm going to go off the page and start drawing my horizontal line. I'm going to stop here by my dog. And I'll make sure I go all the way off the page. once again, if you don't do that, then what's going to happen is when you drop the color, it's going to go everywhere. So I'm going to pause the video right now and I'm going to finish drawing my dog. So one of the things I wanted to tell you is that you can zoom in and zoom out. I like to zoom in. I want to make sure that your lines are covering here. Let's just say if I drew out coming out into my face here and I needed to get rid of just of that little spot, I can come up to the eraser up here and then just very carefully erase all the way up to that line. And then go back to my pencil and continue drawing. Making sure that my lines are touching. Okay, just as a reminder, you need to make sure that your lines touch another line so that it closes that shape, and that you draw off the page with your horizontal line if you have one, and make sure those lines connect. I am making sure that each line touches another line. If we do not do that, then what's going to happen is going to fill up the whole page with a color. And we don't want to do that. Now, the cool thing about Procreate is I can put my hands all over this and I'm not going to mess up anything. So now I'm going to go and draw my dog. Making sure I touch the other lines. And I see some things that I need to clean up. There's a little tail, but right here I need to clean up right there. So once again, I switch to my eraser and just kind of be very careful and clean that up. And then to smush, I'm going to use my fingers to smush it back to resize it. And I'm going to go in, choose my pencil again. Now this flower is going off the page, so I'm going to start off the page and go off the page with my pencil, making sure to drag all the way off. Here's some more circles. I want them to be perfect, so I'm going to make them round, hold my pencil in place, then touch the screen. Hold it in place, touch the screen. Okay, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do my flowers. Making sure to touch those lines. And I got a spot I need to clean up right there. Grab my eraser and clean it. I've got one more area to go, and then I should be finished with my drawing. Draw a circle. Oop, my pencil. Draw a perfect circle, hold it in place, tap it, and then let go at the same time. And then that makes a really nice circle. Going off the page. Nope, I don't like how that one looks. So let's do this again. Now, I'm going to pick up each time because it will, when you do undo, if you don't pick up, it's going to undo everything that you held your pencil down for. And I don't want it to undo the whole thing. All right, and then I'm going to come here and finish drawing my flowers. And for this one, I don't have anything in the center, but I changed my mind and I think I'm going to do something in the center. And it's basically going to be some dots. So I'm going to increase the size of my pencil there and then just put dots just by tapping on the screen. And I can put as many as I like. There we go. All right. So now I'm finished. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this as a Procreate file to my Google Drive. So we do that by going up to the wrench up here at the top, tapping that wrench tool, making sure we've chosen the share icon, and then we're going to choose the word Procreate. And that's going to export it. You're going to go to your Google Drive. It's already named. So then we're going to come down here to the bottom, and if your name is not chosen, then you need to make sure to choose your name, but you're going to go to Select Folder, My Drive, and then you're going to choose your art folder. So here's my art folder. I'm going to click there. I'm going to save here, and then go up to Upload. And then it should save it. And we do this so just in case something happens to it on the iPad, we can always go back to Google Drive and grab it from Google Drive. It's always important to save your work as a Procreate to Google Drive until it's time to turn in. When it's time to turn in, we're going to save it as a JPEG. So we're going to let this load. And then what you need to do is you need to log out of your Google Classroom once this is loaded.